This is a matchup we've been waiting for. Conference rivals who don't like each other very much, and heightened intensity here because both teams come in ranked in the top 10. This is Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Stadium, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Longhorns will kick this deep to begin the game. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Trying to fix the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down at the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
First down and 10. And now the running back's got it again. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going. What we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. On the run, he'll let it go. What a catch! And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Finds his man. It's Manning. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the holding call on the offense will back them up 10, and they'll try it again. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He escapes the pocket. On the run here, lets it go. Grab down the middle, it's Manning. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
The pass rush closing in. On the move, looking deep down the right side. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. the ground. It's Baxter.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held it just at 2 yards. And Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback still with the football. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, if there's a silver lining for the defense, at least this quarterback didn't get out and gash him for a first down. But now they've got options coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go back to him again.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They bring him down, but it's a big gain at the 47.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's a wide receiver screen. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between a quarterback and a receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
That short completion sets up a 3rd down play. They'll try to run for the first down. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. The Longhorns will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Texas.
Here comes a gamble. Offense on the field, going for it on 4th down.
3:25.
Extending the play now. Plenty space at the 20. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone. The Longhorns are looking to keep this drive going. He'll hand it off. Into the end zone. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread and throwing the football from the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And looking to throw now on first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down.
Swarm with a pass rush. A sack. Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
He bought some time, now lets it go. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. All the way back for the pick six. Touchdown, Longhorns. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the Soft were able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of the defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Looking to scramble. That's caught. It's Hardy. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Third down, out of the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Smothered for no gain, and that'll do it for the first quarter. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Moves out of the pocket. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side.
Oh, boy, really good execution. Unfortunately, he didn't come down in bounds for the first down. That was a critical stop by the defense.
Fourth down, the offense will go for it. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Missouri.
coach decides to go for it on this fourth down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. He fires this throw and he's intercepted.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
First down and 10 now. To throw, it's Manning. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Receiver in motion now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down at the 48.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
From the shotgun, here's the inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Come up on third down, solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. On the move now. It's a deep shot to the right. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down. But what will be the play call?
So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for 4th down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's in the clear. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. Short connection to the tight end here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
First down here for this offense. They'll run it here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Grab made by the tight end. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if a quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Point after, up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tremendous toughness here. That strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Longhorns have 1st and 10 here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Anytime the offense can have any kind of success stretching the defense horizontally, puts the defense in a really tough spot. They'll have to adjust to these types of motion plays going forward because the more the offense can stretch you out, the more they can hit those vertical seams.
Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, the offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
Looking to throw it again. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
The Longhorns will bring their punt team onto the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. With the catch, it's Coleman. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation, to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Looking to throw it on first down. He escapes the pocket. Here comes the shovel pass. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. And he drops back in the gun. He's going to take off. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Offense are going to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but the offense has a first down now at the 21. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
He's running out of time here. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Shotgun formation here on third down. Looking to scramble. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
This is a nice job here by this defense on third down. They take away all the options downfield, and they recognize the quarterback scramble. He almost comes up with his first down, but they keep him short to set up this fourth down.
Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. This game remains tied in the second quarter.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
One more play before they head to the locker room. And it's a direct snap. It's a keeper. Breaks an open space. Look at that powerful running. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field, trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. They get the second half started with their running play. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face. Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Okay, it's third down after that run. Dropping back, it's Manning. Moves out of the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Going to try to use his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They'll run the option. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Now here he goes. Touchdown, Texas. And they jump on top here in the second half.
Well, how about this one, Chris, for the option? Getting the wide receiver in on the option pitch. Fantastic read by the quarterback to know to give the ball up and let this shifty receiver do the rest to get it for a score. But the defense has got to be asking themselves, how many different guys is this guy able to pitch the ball to? This one's good for 6.
Return starts from inside the 5. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. It's a very nice return before stepping out of bounds. Puts the offense in nice position to start the drive. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Escapes the pocket. Picks up the first down and still going. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Takes the handoff again. Fighting off the defender. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Got to do something here on 3rd down to get back in range. Muscle for the first down. Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. First down now from the 30.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. Gets the first and still running. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Oh, man, what a read here by this quarterback. You know, he's trying to keep it himself until the defense takes him away. Good job at pitching it. And how about the skill guys on this offense? Can they cover some ground?
And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Fires it on the move. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. The pass is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
He hands it off from the gun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Dropping back. It's Manning. On the move now. Looking for the wideout. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure.
Oh, it's a fake trying to run for it. The trickery is rewarded. Good execution. It's a first down.
Hey, snapping to an offset player like that is much harder than it looks, and to put it exactly where it needed to be, that was perfect.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking deep down the left side. He's got it right near the end zone. They finally stop it, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. Makes a quick catch. And he's in. Touchdown, Longhorns. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes it a 28-14 game. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. First play of the drive now, the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Using his legs on the scramble. Makes the first on his own, looking for more now. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the 3rd quarter. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. And now, entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They open the 4th by going to the air. Short pass finds the tight end. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's an out route, the catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw here. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
A sack makes it 2nd down and forever. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mizzou. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation, that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And the point after gets him within a touchdown, 28-21.
That makes the score Texas 28, Missouri 21.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Texas offense comes back out on the field. This game just got tighter. Temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Hey, I can understand the play call here. Backed up deep in your own territory, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, but you got to be careful of being too conservative, because this defense right now, they're trying to get the football back, and they are selling out against this run game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Back to throw. It's Manning. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down after that previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll run it from the gun. But a quick stop by the defense. He just 2, so it's 3rd and 8. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a 1st down.
When the defense gets these guys to 3rd down, they got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Longhorns will try to keep this drive moving. Working clock with the ground game. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Dropping back, it's Manning. He escapes the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
When this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance, he gets out of the pressure off to his right. But, man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking to scramble. Picks up the first and is still going. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29. They knew they're going to need clutch plays like that, Kirk. This is a battle we expected to come down to the final minutes. It looks like the higher-ranked team's going to dodge the upset and move on.
Yeah, good for them to be able to close this game out. They played very, very well and very deserving. You know, for the loser in this game, still an opportunity to learn from your mistakes. Try to get yourself in position to still make a run at the end of the year.
Longhorn starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quick pass, the catch is made. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. And now the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Handoff in a single back formation. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. It's crucial here, a chance to extend the lead here late in the game. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Moves out of the pocket. He's hit as he throws it. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a first down. Great play.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
He's going to pull it down and run. Has the first, still on the move. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Deflected by the defense and incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback has a lot of confidence in his arm. He tried to thread the needle into double coverage. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
And he'll drop back here on third down. Bringing pressure. Incomplete again. A third straight misfire. Brings up fourth down now.
Chris, this is it. It comes down to this fourth down play to be able to stay in this football game. They've got to convert to be able to keep their hopes alive. Can this quarterback deliver and make the play?
This could be the game here. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That is perfect execution there.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. We're going to pass here on second down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
And Chris, the home crowd is in complete shock. Just a few seconds left in this game, and we're either headed to overtime or it could end on a 2-point conversion. It's an awful feeling to be devastated and yet still so nervous here on this last play at the same time.
And now they go for 2 in the possible win, and here comes the crowd noise. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he's not going to get there. The defense makes a stand to win the game. That's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And now they go to the next step.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.